Take a look at example 6. When you look at example 6, what do you see here? I'm not sure if you see what I see. Let's do this one step by step. What do you guys think the outside function is? Type in the chat box. What do you think the outside function is? See, what you guys wrote is you guys wrote a composition of two functions. What if I rewrite it like this? Lucine, I like your answer. Can we all see it? Lucine in the chat box, she wrote it as x to the fourth. So I rewrote the question. Instead of saying sine to the fourth, this means this. So the outside function is something to the fourth. The inside function is this thing. So when you do this guy, this is going to be 4 times something to the third power. We keep the inside. Sine of 7x cubed plus 1. And then we multiply by the derivative of the inside. The derivative of the inside is going to be 20. Oh, wait, let's just write it in steps. This would be sine of x, 7x cubed plus 1. Any questions about that first step there? Now I want to take the derivative of that inside piece. What rule do I need to use to find the derivative of this guy? Sum rule, difference rule, product rule, quotient rule, chain rule. What rule do I need to find the derivative of this? Chain rule. So this question is a double chain rule question. There's a chain rule inside of a chain rule. It's like that movie Inception. You guys like Inception? It's like a dream within a dream. And then we can go even deeper. We can go dream within a dream within a dream. I like that movie. I like that director, actually. So the outside function is cosine. You got to keep the inside thing, which is 7x cubed plus 1. Now we got to multiply by the derivative of the inside thing. Does that make sense? So I think one more line should do it. Now we just got to multiply by the derivative of 7x cubed plus 1. That's going to be 21x squared. So this is the this is going to be our answer. Aram, if you're wondering, for this type of problem, I like the answer like this. I don't actually like it further simplified because when you write it like this, I can see you realize it's a chain rule inside of a chain rule, you know. So it's actually easier for me to grade it when it's unsimplified like this. So at least include this as a step in your answer before you simplify, okay? Well, I was gonna make a comment. This is a double chain rule. Make sense? All right, folks, why don't you guys try this last classwork here? Try number 5. All right, Aram, I'll show you how to do it. First thing I definitely want to do is I definitely want to rewrite this as in exponential form. So I'm going to write this as cosine of pi x to the 1/3 power. So when you want to find the derivative dy dx, you have to use the chain rule. The outside is something to the 1/3. So you bring down the 1/3 power. You keep the inside. You subtract 1 from the exponent. 1/3 minus 1 is -2/3. Now we got to keep the inside, which is cosine of pi x. We're going to multiply by the derivative of cosine of pi x. Any questions on that first step? We got to multiply by the derivative of the cosine pi x. So when you look at this, you're supposed to realize you need a chain rule for this guy. The derivative of the outside is going to be negative sine. You keep the inside, which is pi x, and you got to multiply by the derivative of pi x. Okay. So we can wrap this up in the next line here. I'm going to copy this part down. And then you got to multiply by the derivative of pi x. The derivative of pi x is just pi. And that's your answer. And you can collect the constants in front if you like. You can move the negative in front if you like. But for these double, triple chain rules, when I see it like this, I could see you sort of did each piece of the chain correctly. So does that make sense? Any questions about this guy? All right. Cool. So